Hey everyone, we're just about getting started in here. There's the deck list for you to look at. Just changing up the name of the stream and such because we are not doing an Ixalan draft tonight, and it is not limited Sunday. It's constructed Wednesday. I knew I forgot to do something before I started the stream. Oh, I'll worry about it later. So right now we got we're gonna be playing Green Red Vengeful one tonight. Basically, it's a deck that tries to get Vengevine out as soon as possible and as many of them as possible, and it does this through cards, a bunch of one-drop creatures. So you have 4 Goblin Guides, 4 Insolent Neonates. And the deck really became interesting when you added Hollow One to it, which just came out in Hour of Devastation. Hour, yeah. And so basically, what it does is when you cycle cards or when you discard a card, it costs 2 less. So instead of costing 5, it costs 3, and then it costs 2, and then it costs 0. So if you can get it down to 0, then you can play 2 in a turn, and then cast your Vengevine and get your Vengevine back and attack for however many Vengevines you have. It's a really neat tool. There's other stuff in the deck too that makes it work. I'll go through it in just a second. Why can't I switch this? This is... I can't figure out for the life of me how to switch the channel, and I've done it before. One second, we're gonna just fix this up. This is bugging me a little bit. Give people some time to get in here too. There we go. The edit button wasn't showing up. This game is Magic the Gathering. Sorry, I just saw the chat. Yeah, so professional. There we go. Anyways, as I was saying, we're playing Green Red Vengeful one tonight. Basically, there's a couple different engines in this deck that work together. So you have your discard engines, your Insolent Neonates, and your Faithless Lootings. Faithless Looting reads, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and you can flash it back for 3. It being a 1-drop is somewhat important, but you don't always want to play it on turn 1. A lot of times you want to save it for turn 2 because you have a much more explosive turn if you go turn 2 Faithless Looting, discard 2 Vengevine, Insolent Neonate, discard something, and then play your Hollow One for free. That gets back your Vengevines. That's a relatively common line of play, especially when you can set it up. Then your instant neonates are 1/1 creatures with menace. You have to be careful how you order the neonates, because if you cast the neonates first, then you only get to cast one other creature before you get back your Vengevines. So you can't go neonate, and then try to discard, because you've already cast your second creature that turn. Big creature in the deck, Vengevine. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's the second creature spell you've cast this turn, you may return Vengevine from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's where we try to get into the 2 creatures a turn. One big engine for this is the Burning Tree Emissary. So it's free to cast. It's two red or 2 green, and then it floats a red and a green. So you can cast a bunch of them into each other, or that into like another creature in a lightning bolt or something. And then you can finish off with one of my favorite finishes in the deck is Reckless Bushwhacker. So haste, it's usually a 3-drop, but you can surge it out for 2, which is exactly what Burning Tree Emissary gives us. And then it says, when it enters the battlefield, if its surge cost is paid, other creatures you control gain +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Surge is a mechanic where if you have cast a spell previously this turn, then you can pay its surge cost instead. And normally it'll come with a different effect. Couple other things we have, the Teamer Battle Rage Become Immense combo. So Teamer Battle Rage is fantastic in this deck because almost all your finishers are 4 power, which activates Ferocious. So target creature gains double strike, and then you can also gain Trample if it has power 4 or greater, which again is most of the creatures that we want to be hitting it with in our deck. And then we also have Become Immense. Just straight up target creature gets +6/+6 until end of turn. It's an instant, but also has Delve, which is huge because we end up filling our graveyard a lot with this deck with all the discards we do. And then we have our Street Wraiths. Street Wraiths are in the deck purely to cycle. We can't even cast them. We just pay 2 life, cycle them, discard a card. It makes our Vengeful ones cheaper. It fills our graveyard, and it gets us. It's kind of like having a 56 card deck. Go over to the mana base. The mana base is 4 Bloodstained Mires, 4 Wooded Foothills, and I don't think we have any red messes. No. We have 2 Copperline Gorges, fast lands. So one of your first 3 lands in the turn, in the game, it comes in untapped. We have Stomping Grounds, which you can pay 2 life to have it come in untapped, and we have 5 Straight Up Mountains. Interesting note about this deck is that the lightning bolts actually aren't for burning off your opponent. I mean, sometimes there are times where you just burn off your opponent and you're good, and that wins you the game. But a lot of times they're just for interaction, to like bolt the bird or bolt the Heritage Druid that you don't want to see on your opponent's board. Into the sideboard, we have 2 Leyline of the Voids. Pretty simple. Goes against Dredge and a couple other decks. You could argue it goes in against Death Shadow. They can get bigger than us. Our Blood Moon. Non-basic lands or mountains. We can actually win through Blood Moon, and that helps us because we don't have many green spells in the deck, and those that we do have, we can cast off Burning Tree Emissary, giving us green mana. We have Ancient Grudge as our first artifact removal. Destroy target artifact has flashback for a green. Pretty basic. Lightning Axe is actually a really niche card in this deck. You have to discard a card or pay 5 along with it to deal 5 damage to target creature. That kills almost every relevant creature in Modern. And the cost of discarding a card is not really much of a cost in this deck, because there's times where you're just going to have extra cards in hand anyway that you're waiting to discard. So there's times where you're going to hold back like a bunch of lands in your hand and not play them because you're going to discard them to the Faithless Looting anyway. Well, suddenly your opponent plays a Tassiger and you just let Lava Axe it, discard that card, and everything's okay. I actually had one line of play where I had to Lava Axe my own creature to get a Vengevine out to win the game. It's really funny. One more Lightning Bolt in the sideboard for a little more interaction. 2 Feed the Claims for against Burn. A lot of our creatures just have trigger Ferocious on their own. So getting 10 life is not a given, but it'll happen most of the time. And then Destructive Rev for sideboard cards. Just generic hate card. So that's the deck, and we're gonna go into League. We're just gonna do a friendly league. There's no real need to do a competitive league. We're friends. We're all friends. Alrighty, let's submit the deck list and see how far we go. 80 play points, because I'm not buying tickets. Alright, let's see what we do. I bet you first match was Eldrazi-Tron, and we get to hate ourselves. Actually, the matchup against Eldrazi-Tron isn't that bad. If they don't go Thought on Seer, Thought on Seer, Thought on Seer, then we actually have a decent matchup against them because we were actually quicker than them. Chalice on 1 really hurts us though, because as you saw, a lot of our cards are 1-drops. Hello, Neg. I don't know how to say your name. Welcome to Twitch. We got our match going. Oh. Alright, and I've played this deck before. I've been playing it for like probably a couple months now, on and off, and I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. There we go. We're gonna play first because this is a deck that desperately wants to be on the play. This hand is okay. I've had hands like this get me there, but it's gonna be, we're gonna have to fetch. I'm not sure if we want to play either or two turn 1 creatures. Probably actually we'd probably play the Goblin Guide. No, what we do is we turn 1, play fetch land, leave up Bolt if we have to, so we can react to what they play, and then turn 2 we can gather the pack and hopefully get some Vengeful in our bin. The thing about gather the pack is you don't have to take a creature, so if the only thing we get are Vengeful, we can put them all into the bin. But that hasn't happened to me yet. I think I've put exactly 1 in off the bin. Fengui. Sure. Fengui. I'm gonna say the P silent. And I'm gonna do my best. Inquisition. Well, we may as well fetch. Oh, we're just gonna get a mountain here because they might be playing Death Shadow. Normally they wouldn't play the Blackleaf Cliffs, but we're gonna bolt their face. No sense in just letting them take the bolt. They can take something else. I don't really care about these two. And if they take Gather the Pack, then they actually just turn on our Spell Mastery anyway, so that'd be good. My best guess is that they take the Goblin Guide. Especially because we have 2 Gather the Pack, so taking 1 doesn't really help them very much. And they resolve their spell, they take the Goblin Guide. Yep, that makes sense. It does the most damage to them. Oh, a Faithless Looting. Oh, that is tempting. If we Faithless Loot, draw 2, discard 2, then I get to gather the pack with Spell Mastery, which is actually a lot more useful. So I think you go Faithless Loot. We're gonna fetch first. When you only have like 18 lands in your main deck, it's actually really beneficial to fetch first. Then your lands out of your deck out of lands. We're gonna shock because we might end up needing the mana. Cast Faithless Looting. At worst, we just try to gather the pack and 1 thing we draw. Yeah, we don't. I want to hold on to the land here. I don't think we need Teamer Battle Rage at the moment. We don't have anything to kill with that anyway. We probably get a Teamer Battle Rage and 1 Gather the Pack. Because if we get rid of the land, the other Gather the Pack is going to get rid of a lot of our. The other Gather the Pack is going to get rid of a lot of our lands anyway. We're just automatically yielding the turn because if we don't, every time we get priority, we're going to get the opportunity to activate and insulate Neonate's ability. Which is not what we want to be doing. That'll be a lot of time on the clock. Dark Confidant. Alright. Speaking about getting lands off top of our library. Let's see what Gather the Pack gives us. Hopefully it's not a whiff. Oh, Burning Tree Emissary into Reckless Bushwhacker is probably my favorite thing to do in this deck. So we're going to take both of those and not even think about it. We're going to play Copperline Gorge. That's not a Copperline Gorge. I don't need the mana anyway. Combat and attack with Insult and Neonate, and we might pitch the extra land. I don't see a need to have 4 lands with this hand. Actually, that's not true. We're probably going to keep that land. Because, yeah, that land's something we want to keep. We want to be able to have 4 lands to cast the Vengevine if we ever just draw it straight up. Because Vengevine's still not awful when you're casting it. Especially in a deck that's made to take advantage of 4-drop creatures. Cool. Oh, I got a K command. That's going to be really annoying. His K command. I don't think he does anything with the K command right now. We don't have any artifacts to destroy, which is nice. It's just straight up Jund. I haven't played against a Jund deck in a long time, probably like a month and a half. For those that don't know, Jund is basically a deck that aims around just out-advantaging you, playing better things on curve than you, and interrupting your game plan. And Kolaghan's Command is a good card for that because they can make you discard a card, they can hit your creatures, destroy your artifacts. It's a very versatile card, and it's very good in the deck. Oh, a mountain. Well, we got the land we wanted. This might actually be where we flash back to Faithless Looting. Wow, I am glad we did that. Holy cow. We're gonna keep the fetch land, it helps in the deck a little bit. But yeah, that's that's 2 cards we didn't want on top of our deck. So I guess we'll take that and we'll run with it. Yeah. We've drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands already. We've gone through almost half our lands. And we've drawn like, I don't know, that's a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I don't think he does anything with his Neonate. Maybe he Fatal Pushes it. Abrupt Decay. Well, let's discard this. Discard the land, draw a card. We may as well get some value off it. Oh, there's Become Immense too, sweet. That actually wins us the game next turn if he doesn't put any more blockers. Although we do know that he has removal in his hand, which is a little bit troublesome. Goblin Rabble Master. What? When did Jund start playing Rabble Master? Alright. I'm down. Try me. Yep, that's the Rabble Master's text. It's a lot. I trust you guys to read it. Oh, what's the play, opponent? They played a forest. We know that. Kick command? Pia and Karan. Wow. I mean, he has a lot of blockers, so it's probably the right play anyway. Now we get the hollowed one. The worst part about playing Hollow One is when you draw him and he's a 5/5. That is like the absolute worst part about playing. He can sacrifice and deal 2 damage. I couldn't remember what it was. Target creature or player? Yeah. So you can pay 3 and sack an artifact to shock something. It wasn't a bad creature. It's really good in decks that you want to get a lot of value for your creatures. It's a high value creature. I also feel if we attack, he's just going to block the Dark Confidant, because right now the Dark Confidant's getting to the point where if he reveals another 2 or 3 drop, then he's getting himself in burn range. And I always forget we can cycle this. It's not very cool right now, so we're going to discard it and see what we draw. Teamer Battle Rage. That is the exact card we needed. I can't do it this turn, but next turn we have it. We have the game next turn. Sweet. Vengeful is such a fun deck. Yeah, it is, not me. Oh, and Teamer Battle Rage Become Immense is probably the funnest combo in the deck. I remember playing that in Standard. Yeah, sure. Even if he managed to make his discard with a Kolaghan's Command, oh, he's got the Goyf off top. Oh no, we need another land before he can do that all in one turn. Shit. I think even if I just no, because I can't do the Rise Bushwhacker on its own. Scoos, sure, Scoos is fine. You can see he's really like, he's unsure what to do. He doesn't know if he should be going on the offensive now or not. I have no blockers. Now we get the Vengeful. What do we do here? He has a Goyf, a Rabblemaster, and a K command in hand. See, the problem with this is I need exactly 1 more mana to be able to go Burning Tree into Bushwhacker. And I can't just go Bushwhacker Zone because it costs too much mana. And if I go Burning Tree into Bushwhacker and just attack and then next turn go for that, it's just going to be like next turn go for the combo, it's not going to work. He has 2 green mana up, 3 actually, he can fetch. Which means he can gain, he's going to do it anyway, he can gain 3 life for sure. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Let alone whatever's in his graveyard. He doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard. Do we just jam the Vengevine here? Jam Vengevine, swing, make him block? Because he can't kill it without trading everything into it anyway. Yeah, I think we go Vengevine. It's really weird casting Vengevine in this deck. And if it survives combat, we should be able to win. Black mana for Fatal Push? Sweet. I love when our opponent just puts Vengevines in our graveyard for us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's exiled a bunch of creatures with Scoos on. Nice. Nice. Barely staying alive. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then he kills us on board with Pia? Or he just plays Kolaghan Command? Or exiles a creature, sure. Oh wow, we were 1 land away from winning that one. 1 land. And that was an awful start for this deck too. Let's go to the sideboard. So against Jund. What do we want to do against Jund? Oh, what deck do you run, not me? Sorry, I'm still getting used to the chat and the game. Against Jund, we saw what, 1 basic? think we saw one basic. Can't go back to the game. So if we just land a Blood Moon, does that just win us the game against them? It gets really close because they play a lot of non-basics. Taking a Blood Moon, and maybe. Oh, do I want the Bolt? I think we want the Bolt as well if we can fit it. And what do we take out? I like taking out a Burning Tree Emissary. It's one of the things that I normally take out because it lowers your consistency a little bit, but you still have all of them in there with the Reckless Bushwhacker. Street Wraiths are fine in this matchup. Maybe a Becoments. And these are all pretty much essential. Everything you want. There's sometimes you board up Bolt for Lightning Axes. I don't think this is the matchup for it. First version. Do you mean the version that was run at the SCG Open or whatever? Where he, I think, top 8'd? Is that the version you're talking about? You play Dredge in real life. Nice. Yeah, in real life I play Burn and this. What do we take out? Probably Gather the Pack. Yeah, take the Gather the Pack. Let me run it back. Yeah, the original one was fun. I've been on a forum on MTG Salvation, and we've been working on just kind of optimizing the list a little bit, and this is what we're at right now, give or take. I would like to play first. This has almost everything I want except for lands. If this was like... This is like a really high variance keep. But we do have 2-3 draws before it's turn 2 because we can just Faithless Looting. Yeah, let's keep this one. This will be a risky keep. But if this works out, then it works out in droves. Yeah, last game we would have won if we would have been able to stick a creature. Maybe would have been correct just to play my creatures out the turn before and not attack with them. We're gonna fetch and we're gonna shock because we need the green mana for sure, so it just gives us less out. Gather the Pack is a fantastic card in this deck. Boarding one out feels a little bit bad, sometimes you just have to do it. Again, it's about sacrificing a little bit of consistency to answer the matchup a bit better. Faithless Looting because we need a land. Normally I wouldn't Faithless Loot. Oh, come on. Hollowed one. And... I'm tempted to get rid of the Bushwhacker. Although getting rid of the Bolt, I think we get rid of the Bolt, it turns on or Gather the Pack, and these are the more finisher cards. We want to keep those just so we, because it's not out of the question for us to go like win with a Goblin Guide in this game. And Gather the Pack is nice too because it just nets you 2 creatures for Vengevine. Oh, I cast Gather the Pack. I get 2 creatures. Next turn untap, play my 2 creatures. Inquisition, sure. Oh, don't take Gather the Pack. Probably takes Battle Rage. I played Swiss Series before. Oh, I took out the Goblin Guide, sure, yeah. I mean, I guess that in fairness is the only thing I can cast. Sweet. Top deck a land because I should be a Pro-Matic player, just saying. We took out the Swift Spears for... You see, now this is... like, come on. Come on. Are you serious? We're gonna put the Vengevine in the bin. So we can maybe go on turn 5, go Bushwhacker into Bushwhacker. Again, Swift Spears, when we took out Swift Spears is because we put the Reckless Bushwhacker Burning Tree Emissary combo in. So we just needed to take out creatures for it, and those are the ones we decided to sacrifice. Like, they're good, but they're not as good, like, they're kind of like bad Goblin Guides. So, you had to choose between those and the Goblin Guides, you choose the Goblin Guide. Inquisition again. Oh. See, this is what Jund does. This is what makes Jund a tough matchup. They get rid of a Reckless Bushwhacker, sure. Another Become Immense. You know what we're not doing this turn? Casting anything. Yep, nothing that turn. Thoughtseize, holy cow. Man, he's just tearing our hand apart. He took out the other Reckless Bushwhacker. Now we just shock and flashback. Just so we can get hit with another discard spell, because that's going to feel real good. Faithless Looting. Oh, we got the Blood Moon, though. Huh. We definitely have to keep Blood Moon, because he is on all non-basics right now. And that could actually just win us the game. We definitely get rid of a Become Immense and a Wooded Foothills, because we don't have any force in the deck, so no need to fetch. That worked out pretty well. We're gonna go to his turn. Yeah, I don't get to play any magic. I just get to put all my cards in the discard pile. Verdant Catacombs. Gotta love seeing the fetch land there. Not. Oh no, we gotta slam because the Blood Moon really restricts his mana. Even though we can fetch for a forest or probably a swamp. So this kind of sucks because we get rid of the Become Immense. Yeah, he's gonna fetch and get a forest or something. So him getting a forest signifies to me that he's out of discard spells, or he has a swamp in hand. He has a swamp in hand. Dark Confidant, sure. We're gonna go with Neonate. Now if we discard the Copperline Gorge, get a creature, we actually want to discard the Become Immense here. I'm not entirely sure. Because like right now the Teamer Battle Rage does nothing with just that guy. But if we sacrifice it and we don't get a creature, it feels real bad. Why not just wait? Yeah, I'm thinking you're right there, not me. I think we're gonna wait. We are pretty much holding him to like 1 or 2 spells a turn, unless he starts casting like mono red spells. We can just let Dark Confidant kill him, or he's gonna get land cards. So, what's his play? 4 cards in hand. Hopefully none of the discard spells, although I'm not sure what he hits with a discard spell at this point. Oh, nice. Sweet. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we don't have anything in the graveyard to do. We have nothing in our hand to do. And if we attack, he's just gonna race us. I think we attack anyway. Get a little bit of pressure. Make him think. Colgan's command. Target player discards a card. And he'll do damage to my creature. Well, we're gonna sacrifice. Discard one of these. Another Insolent Neonate. That's fine. Choose target creature for what? Oh, no. Target player discards a card. We're gonna get rid of Become Immense because we can't cast it. And he knows about it. Now we're going to play an instantly alienate. And we just kind of go. Probably wasn't going to discard the Temur Battle Rage anyway. The Temur Battle Rage is just like it's too good. It's just with one of our 4-power creatures, it just wins us the game. Is it another land off Dark Confidant? Yep. Man. It's pretty good. Best Dark Confidant ever. Alright, let's Faithless Looting. I don't even know what we can get with a Faithless Looting at this point. Not a land. I'm really feeling like Temur Battle Rage is kind of like sitting in our hand dead right now. If I did have green mana, I could swing it for 14, you're right. No, I tried running a forest in the list, but it was just too inconsistent. It might be worth it to run one on the sideboard and just bring it in for a mountain when you're playing with Blood Moon. Probably come in for one of the destructive revs. Or no, for one of the ancient grudges. Destructive rev is our enchantment removal. I like keeping the Street Wraith here. It ups his clock by 1 turn, which is okay, but we get to see the card. And now if we get a hollowed one, okay, or we can just bolt something. Like ourselves. We can bolt ourselves to end the game. This is where he just plays a Goif and kills us. Lightning Bolt. Sweet. So that puts him down to a 4-turn clock. I could also just bolt the Confidant myself. But I feel that he's just going to play another threat if I do that. Another Dark Confidant. That has us dead in 2 turns. Less if he has more bolts. Although, yeah, he's played both the cards he's revealed. I mean, Dark Confidant's okay. I'm not going to do anything about it now. Oh, that's awful, not me. I play Burn is kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, you hit all my white sources. Concede? End step. We don't need to bolt right now. We can leave bolt up forever, so. Look, we got a card to discard. Faithless Looting. Oh. Oh, Burning Tree Emissary is actually really good here. I like both of those, actually. I really like both of those. Do we have any Vengevines in the bin? Yep, we have one. I have to get rid of one of these, though. If I go get rid of Burning Tree Emissary and Bolt, then I can just play the Gather of the Pack this turn. Which isn't bad. Unless he untaps and goes Bolt, Bolt, and we're dead. I think we need to hold on to the Bolt. And we should be able to hit a couple cheap creatures anyway. I need Burning Tree Emissary to cast the Gather the Pack. Fun. Gather the Pack is pretty strong, so we're going to hope he doesn't have double Bolt. And if he does, then it's a game. That's alright. We're going to pass turn. Yeah, no green mana is... no green mana has not been fun, Wustenhound. Wustenhund. Wustenhund. Do you say that like German, like with a V instead of a W? 2 Dark Confidant triggers. Let's go Emrakul, Emrakul, and just kill yourself. That's a Goif. And a Fatal Push. I don't even want to see a Fatal Push. I mean, he probably has us dead here. We know he has 1 bolt, which brings us down to 6. His attacks bring us down to 2. Yeah, one force. I think 1 force in the sideboard. I tried it in the main and it was not good in the main, and it feels. I feel really sketched out, siding in lands. I played the Tarmogoyf, so he must not have double bolt. Hollowed one, eh? We go Burning Tree Emissary. Gather the pack. Whoa, those are all hits. Reckless Bushwhacker, I guess. Reckless Bushwhacker and a Neonate for good measure. We can't use the Street Wraith because it'll put us in range of his bolt. I'm gonna cast this for Surge. I still don't think we're gonna win this game because he does have. We know he has like 2 removal spells in his hand, and he also has a blocker. But we can have some fun while we're at it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we do have enough if he. Oh, if he screws up and goes past blocks, we have enough. But I bet you he can't screw up and go past blocks if I screw up and don't go to attacks. Yep, that's how that works. 2 more lands because our opponent just loves living lands off their Dark Confidants. Anger of the Gods. Sure. We weren't going to win that one anyway. He blocks more of our 5-power creatures and we cry. So, okay. We lost to Jund. I feel like Jund could be a little bit better if they don't go removal, or... Sorry. Hand Disruption, Hand Disruption, Hand Disruption, and then proceed to just kill us with Dark Confidant ripping lands off top. I feel that matches anywhere towards the median, then we're actually pretty good with it. Let's go to game 2. Let's forget that one. Yeah, I like I said, I like 1 force in the sideboard for Blood Moon. Probably take out an Ancient Grudge for it. So how are you guys doing tonight? What's going on in your lives? Anything interesting? The Leafs are up 3-0 in their game. That's huge. Wonder who scored the goals. Kind of sucks not being able to watch this game, but... Kadri, Ram Reemsdyke, and Willie Nylander. Oh! And I should probably pay more attention to the queue. My bad. You were referred to here from the Forbes MTG Facebook group. Well, welcome from the Forbes Facebook group. Yeah, I barely missed that. Oh boy. You'd know me then. Snagwy. This is gonna bug me. This is gonna bug me now because I should know you because we go to the same store. I'm actually gonna join this match. I have a better feel. Oh, that's Chris. That Muhaha is Chris. 100%. It's really bad when that gives it away. I might have a problem. I might go to the store too much. What do I want to do? We have 1 land. And we have the Burning Tree Emissary, which is really nice. And we have that. We keep this one 100%. This is one of the odd times where going turn 1 Faithless Looting is okay. Oh, Mike Clarehoud. Oh, okay. Hello, Mike. Mike C.
1
Another burning trade. So if we get a... Yeah, no, I was looking at it, I was like, one land, and then I realized we have like 4 draws in the first turn, which is really good. Fetch and shock. We cycle Street Wraith first, and then we do Faceless Looting, so we have more options to discard with Faceless Looting. I will shock, yes. Cycle. This guy probably thinks we're playing some awful version of Death Shadow. And then this one we're okay Faithless Looting turn 1 at this hand because we can cast Hollowed One on turn 1. We have discarded enough that Hollowed One is free. Faithless Looting. We're not gonna get the Hollowed One, but we got the second land we needed, so we discard a Vengevine. And maybe I want to keep one. We'll keep 1 Neonate because 1 Neonate lets us Vengevine if we happen to draw one next turn. And now we're at 15 life, and we tell our opponent, good luck. Oh. So thanks for tuning in, Mike. I appreciate it. I didn't expect anybody from Forbes to tune in, but I'm okay with that. So if you guys are wondering, I stream Sundays and Wednesdays. Sundays is limited. I'm hoping they take out something other than Ixal Unlimited because I really didn't like Ixal Unlimited at all. But now the choice here, there we go. I think we gotta go Goblin Guide and then leave up Bolt. So if he does something that's going to give him Delirium, we can just bolt the Grim Fire and feel a little bit better about ourselves. I just started streaming, actually. I only started a couple weeks ago. This is my 3rd stream. And I did a couple before I was really like keeping track of it just to get used to it. But this is like my... Now I'm actually like doing it a lot more consistently. Yeah, Ixalan just seems really, really awkward. Let's see reveal off of it. Goblin Guide reveals Skoos. Actually, Skoos is awful against this deck. We need to be able to get that Vengevine out. Actually, this turn we need to get that Vengevine out. Because if he just has another green source. Yeah, so I don't like this, but we have to cast the Neonate this turn. This feels awful, but if he gets that Skoos out and exiles a Vengevine, then we're way behind. This time we take a mountain. We don't need to hurt ourselves anymore. Neonate. Trigger Vengevine. Yes, I would like to use ability. That's kind of the point of the whole deck. And then we yield until end turn. Abzan. Path? He must be pathing that. Yep. I guess he had it either way. I could have thrown my hand on the board, but I also wanted to... I want to see if I can get into a... Reckless Bushwhacker. Because Bushwhacker, when you throw your hand on the board, is really hot. Like, really, really hot. And it's like kind of the only thing this hand is missing. Oh, now he's gonna have a 4/4. Yeah. No use blocking. It has trample. Inquisition. So now he has Delirium and Lingering Souls. Does he play a land for second main? No, he's on 2 lands, which is kind of nice. How does he not have Delirium? Instant land, sorcery, sorcery. Oh, I misread that. Oh my. Maybe it is right just to throw the hand on the board and go aggro. He actually might be right there. Can't give anything haste anyway, so might as well just attack like this. He reveals a Shambling Vent. So that's his third land, but it's a tap land. And the most important part is not a second green source. The second green source would have been a little bit troubling with him having the scoos. He pushes the guide, sure. We're going to get in for one, and then we're going to put some more creatures on the board. Throw my hand probably was way better when I had Vengevine. It's still... now you're making me second guess myself. Oh... I mean, it still gets 5 power with the creatures on the board, and we keep a bolt to do something in response to him getting a creature. Make the decision. It's so much better when you have the Reckless Bushwhacker. Yeah, let's do it. What the hell? We're still getting 5 power creatures on board, and we're going wide against one creature. And going wide against one creature is really useful. We're going to leave that green floating. And then we're going to leave a bolt for if he... yeah, I don't know. I think we want to bolt the scoos. Especially if he attacks with the Grim Flayer first. If he attacks the Grim Flayer, he's probably getting Delirium this turn. But that's okay. And we can bolt the scoos on his play. We get in for 5 and we're looking really good. Yeah, no, I just got a top deck Become Immense. You're totally right. That is the easy play. I need to do that. I'm just gonna work my voodoo magic. Give yourself Delirium, and then we cry. Yep, Lily of the Veil. 2 of them. And he kept one up. Lingering Souls, flashback. Well, if you're gonna be like that, Jesus. Become Immense would actually be hilarious here. Become Immense would just straight up win us the game. Vengevine does not win us the game. Vengevine feels uber bad when we don't have lands to cast it. Well, both of our 1/1s have Menace, so we can still get in there. There's no way we can bring back Vengevine this turn. We could. Actually, no, we have a Faithless Looting in the bin. So we're going to do that. Then we can discard the Vengevine. And... I don't really know what else I want to discard here. I want to keep the Faceless Looting. You want to have 4 lands is kind of where you want to be at this point in the game. But discarding a creature card when we have Vengevine in the bin feels bad. Do we discard the... Because if we discard Bolt, he's already been mana screwed, so he's not going to be able to go scoos into, like, something to kill with. So I'm not worried about that. Let's just do that, yeah. Play Wooded Foothills. We're not going to cast a Goblin Guide just yet. We're going to get in with everything. He's probably going to chump. Or is he going to double block? He's going to double block. That's fine. Sure. I'll do Spirit Token and then Spirit Token. You're taking on a 9. We're going to leave up the illusion that we have Bolt. We're going to go down to 6 here. So our live draws. Lily? Lingering Souls. Stop doing that. I like when you do that, opponent. Kiwi Bolden Guide would have let us aggro, but he just keeps playing Lingering Souls right now. We're not gonna untap it. Stomping Ground tapped. Sweet. This is kind of like exactly what we wanted. A Burning Emissary into Goblin Guide. Into Vengeful. That might actually I think this wins us the game. Everything except the BTE attacks. Yes, please. I think this is just game, yeah. Because now we attack for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that becomes 8 with trample. Yeah, like I said, creature or become immense was a live draw there. And we got it. Now this time I'm not going to click through my attacks. Because that was really embarrassing last game. Oh look, you got a swamp. That's cute. One, two, three, four, and then giving that trample and double strike is just the end of the game. Sweet. Alright, there's the win. There's the win. It was a little bit sketchy in there. But it was an extra for fun. Oh, land. That's Faith is looting. Sweet. Abzan. He has tokens. He has lilies. Actually, a fair chunk of his... It is kind of tempting to go with the Blood Moon again against these 3-color decks. Lightning Axe. I think we're going to take in Lightning Axe for 2 Lightning Axe for 2 bolts. Because they hit a Grimflayer after it gets big. And Grimflayer can just straight up win him the match. It's kind of tempting. Actually, maybe just instead of the Lightning Axe, we bring in Ley Lines. It's just because I was fooling around with it. That's why it... Do I only have 14 cards in the sideboard? I don't miss Hooting Mangels in this deck. You kind of want to save the Delve for Become Immense. I only have 14 cards on my sideboard. Wow. I think the worst part is I meant to put in a forest too. That's so embarrassing. Well, thanks for pointing that out now. Well, wherever the 15th card went, Moto. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Get a Bolt and a BTE for 2 Leyline of the Voids. It just, a lot of their decks relies on the graveyard. I'm not a cheater. In fact, I'm making it harder on myself. That's not supposed to make me a cheater. That makes me a go hard. That makes me a try hard. Still tempted to bring the Lightning Axe, but I don't think we're going to. The Blood Moons are also tempting. He's on the play. I think we bring in Blood Moons on the play. They're way better on the play. If we're going to bring in Blood Moon, we probably take out a Gather and a Become Immense. Or maybe 2 Become... Yeah, no, Gather and Become Immense because they're 2 green mana. Stock footage of me with my pants on fire? I gotta see that before I believe you. I'm not committing to anything until I see that. This hand... It kind of sucks. We're going to mulligan this hand. This hand... This hand's a little bit better. It's probably keepable. We don't have the Leyline, which kind of sucks. I don't even know if we want this land. We go turn 1 Guide. Turn 2 Neonate. No, turn 2, I think we just cycle Hollowed One. We don't have any hope of casting the innate. Turn 3, we go right. So yeah, we want the land on top. He doesn't have any turn 1 plays, which is nice. Between the Goblin guy gets in unimpeded. Oh, yeah, turn 3, Neonate into Bushwhacker is kind of nice. Makes turn 3 like a 5 damage play. 7 damage play. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Overgrown Tomb. Hey, I knew we had that. Oh, Faithless Looting is way better. Sweet. Now we just go turn 2 Hollowed One. Or do we save it for turn 3? No, we're not gonna save it for turn 3. We're gonna do this now. We're gonna get balls. Oh yeah, I'm not looking for the looting. I got the looting. On cue. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna pay the 2 man. I'm gonna warn you, my stream's about 10 seconds back to the chat. So we go looting. We got the Become Immense. I think we should discard Become Immense here because we want to be casting Hollowed One this turn. Do we just discard both cards we drew? Because we discard Neonate and Become Immense, we still have this like really good hand where we go Hollowed One this turn, and then next turn we go Neonate into Reckless Bushwhacker, and that just seems unbeatable. I think we have to, because as much as I want to keep Become Immense, I feel like he's leaving a removal too, so that makes the Become Immense a lot less good. Because if he kills whatever we Become Immense, then it feels really bad. Alright, what's the reveal? What's the reveal? Goyf. He's drawing a Goyf next turn. And he has the push. Hey look, that's a Tarmogoyf. We saw that earlier. That's a land I didn't want. Nope. I think we still fetch Shock. Just to have that second green source, so if we ever need to, we can cast a Vengevine. Yes, we will Shock. Then we play Insolent Neonate. And then we cast this. Actually, that's funny because if he decides to block the Hollowed One and not take much damage, he actually trades with his Goyf. How many things do you know that just trade with the Goyf casually? I don't know many things that casually trade with the Goyf. And then next turn we can also just Faithless Looting if we don't draw anything. Five, 6, 7. He's gonna go down to 11 here. And we gotta keep up. We gotta keep up Neonate too in case we draw something stupid like our Leyline that we just can't cast. Thoughtseize. Ha ha. Free Shock. Sweet. Sure, that's fine. Taking us down to 10 seems like I'm very okay with that. We're not going to block. Sure. Oh, how I wish we had a removal. If we sack this and get anything that's not a land, we're just ahead. If we cast Faithless Looting, then we can't do anything this turn. But casting Faithless Looting lets us craft our hand. So if we draw like land or something, we just discard 2 lands, and then we have. Oh, why does it have to be so difficult? Man, if we had Reckless Bushwhacker this turn, we just go. We should have been able to give him the +1. Let's go. Let's discard the card. Like discarding here. On cue. Thank you, Faithless Looting. Actually, casting that Faithless Looting was actually a bad idea, because I want the Temur Battle Rage in my hand. Yeah, I don't know why I cast the Faithless Looting. I guess I got 2 cards off top of my library, which is nice. Yeah, I should not cast that Faithless Looting. Let's attack. Thanks for following. Support. Appreciate it. Ah, you play so slow. Yes, I do. I'm actually not entirely sure I'm playing this right. Siege Rhino. That's a good game. I don't think anything draws us out of this. No, nothing. I can't think of anything that draws us. Even if we go like. I mean, Gather the Pack could be the one card. No, because we don't have enough mana. Gather the Pack. Yeah, no, we don't need any of these. Next game. Alright, this time we're on the play. So we're gonna go. We're gonna bring the Blood Moons this time. Take out 2 Become Events. Because the Become Events are worse when you don't cast them in combat. Maybe a Bolt for a Light X, or see if you're submitted. Alright, game 3. Let's see if we can take this one. We will be on the play. This again seems okay. It's these sketchy one-landers that are getting me, but that's like, I'm playing 18 lands, I can't complain about that. Sketchy one-lander, sketchy one-lander. Is it too sketchy? Let's just, I think we mulligan this one. Well, I guess we are like, no, we're a couple cards away from this being good. But we do the Faithless Looting. We gotta keep that Faithless. The Faithless Looting makes it worth it. I don't like turn 1 Faithless Looting. Is turn 1 Faithless Looting the right thing though? Turn 1 Neonate into a million draws and Hollow One seems okay. Yeah, that's fair. Turn 1 Neonate. Oh, I should have grabbed a green mana. Oh, well, we'll just draw a green source off the top of our library. Isn't that what everybody does? That's what we're gonna do. Green source, top of the library. Done. That's not a green source. Faithless looting. Discard the Vengevine. We still didn't draw what we needed to. Discard. Do we discard the bolt here? I think just discard the bolt. Let's get rid of the bolt. Discard a card. We discarded one Bushwhacker, we're still looking okay. And then next turn we have Faithless Looting up again. Is it a land? Sweet. We're not gonna... No. We're just gonna go... Cast. And now we have a 4/4 that he's probably gonna have a Path to Exile for. So we got a Dream. Yes. Neither of those are Burning Tree Emissary. I'm tempted to keep Neonate, so next turn we go Neonate into Reckless Bushwhacker. So these are what we have to go. Well, unfortunately, we wouldn't have gotten that hollow one off the top. It's really tempting to keep that looting, but we can cast looting from the graveyard anyway. And next turn we go Neonate into Bushwhacker. And this turn we attack for 4 and try to fish out a removal spell. He's playing Abzan. I'm sure he has like at least 3 removal spells in hand at all times. Even when he has less than 3 cards in hand, he has 3 removal spells in hand. Can I get an amen, please? Oh, this is gonna go really bad if he goes Scoot to exile the Vengevine. Damn it! Come on. Once let us be lucky. Of course we draw the land. That's tilting. Force of the times you get Path is okay. Yeah, like, come on. He has the Scoos, really? I guess that's Modern. You just draw your hate cards in Modern, right? He has hate cards, Scoos, and he got it. And we can't even go, like, Flashback and Faithless Looting. Because we can't cast 2 creatures in one turn then. Yes, feasibly we could have got, like, 1-drop, 1-drop. But that's, like, bound not to happen. But we're going to try for it anyway. So we need to draw, like, a 1-drop and a... Yeah, I just... And then he blocks this... No, this game is not going our way. I just gotta make him use it. We know he's gonna use it anyway. If we don't make him use it now, he's gonna do it at the end of turn. And maybe he misclicks, right? That's kind of the thing here. He did not misclick. We tried. But I wanted to use his ability. He gave me the option. We're gonna combat. We're gonna begin crying, and then we're gonna cry a lot. I mean, this game isn't lost yet, but yeah, you can see this is. It's not lost, but it's kind of lost already. Like, he's gonna start getting life every turn. Yeah, I know. I'm running low on time. It's because I spent so much time trying to balance the chat and the playing. I need to get used to that. A Tarmogoyf. Sure. That is exactly what I want to see. Yeah, we're not winning this game, guys. This one, we're gonna try for the Faithless Looting, but we're not really looking for anything right now. Street Wraith and Neonate. Guess we go. I kind of want to keep the Neonate. Let's just see if we can't like surprise them with like a Team of Battle Rage double strike. There's Guide. We're gonna cast Guide as a trump blocker. We can still get in with Menace every turn. So we're gonna get in with Menace. He's gonna exile some creatures. Sure, eat the Street Wraith. What's next, opponent? You can't block. Plays Shambling Events. I have no effects or sealed. 8. So my big assumption here is that it just has Lingering Souls. This doesn't change anything. I'm not really too worried about this. Go down to 4. He can't just instant speed 4 us. There's no Psionic Blast in junk colors. Another Goyf. Man. I think the problem is that Goyf was more than our deck. Actually, maybe not anymore. Oh, nice. Look what we got, guys. Blood Moon. Sweet. Send a message. And then we concede. We almost had that one. So the first one we lost round 1, or match 1, by game 1, sorry. Oh. Well, guys, we tried. That's all we can do is try. On to game 3. Let's see if we can't ring off 3 wins in a row. Especially if we're facing like the 0-2 decks now. I'm thinking our odds are a little bit better. Skoos is definitely the all-star of that matchup for him. Skoos just lets him exile our Vengeful, which is he's like Skoos itself is a counter to our deck. If we could just take Skoos out of the meta, like ban Skoos, this deck comes a little bit better. Opponent found. He kept his hand. This hand looks sketchy. Why do we keep getting... I was playing this hand like yesterday, and these hands were not as sketchy. Yeah, I can't think of any... I guess it'd be like Street Wraith into something like... Nah, because we still can't like... We only have one land. I got a mulligan this one. This one... decidedly okay. Only because... Oh, deck. Put that on the bottom, because we need a land. We definitely need to get a land. So if we need a land, then... Oh, we're playing Burn. Lock is... Spells cost 1 lets to cast each time you cast... Okay. I don't know what we're playing. I don't know what deck starts with this, but we're going to find out. And this one's going to be a really interesting game. What's the draw? Gather the pack. So we're going to fetch shock. Fetch shock. Sorry, distracted. Yeah, we're gonna pay 2 life just in case we get something we can go off the Street Wraith with. Burning Tree Emissary is fantastic for this. We just need a way to discard. If we can find like a Neonate and just What did I just say? If we can find a Neonate? Look what we found, guys. We found a Neonate. We can discard Vengeful. Oh, sweet. We're gonna do it at the end of their turn. Those were like... We just need a land now. If we can draw a land off the Neonate at the end of their turn, then we are sitting pretty. Like, pretty. Yeah, we're gonna do Neonate at the end of their turn, because I don't know what we're playing, so they might have Graveyard Hate. But, like, those 2 draws were, like, as good as I could have asked for. Metamorphose. Okay. This is like some Storm deck or something. 2 red mana. For another Metamorphose. He just wanted to cycle it. Discard the Vengevine. Draw a land! Oh my god, this is perfect! Oh, I don't ever tell you guys how much I love this deck. This deck is like one of my favorite decks to play in Modern. Oh, I love this. I love this. We're just gonna bash in for 10 this turn. No big deal. I think we gotta take the Mountain. Just in case he's playing some like random burn offshoot. But like... Oh, this is perfect. This is awesome. These draws, the mulligan kind of sucked, but these draws have actually been perfect. Oh, cast with Surge. And the lovely part about Bushwhacker is that Vengeful comes back first, so he gets the boost. This deck is awesome. And then next turn we can just like become immense, anything to win. Watch, next turn he goes off and kills us with some like jank Storm Brew. Oh, I would just laugh. Beginning of combat, we go to attackers. Let's attack. Attack with everything. Because Reckless Bushwhacker is a fair and balanced magic card with Burning Tree Emissary. This is why I like this deck. Sure, you get some awkward draws where you're like a turn for making it or something, and then you get this kind of draw. I have no possible plays. Yeah, right. That's what I said. Just watch him. Just watch him. He's gonna go like Manamorphose into Manamorphose into Manamorphose into I don't know. And like then like cast a Past in Flames and get them all back again. Mono red Storm combo. He casts a Simian Spirit Guide. Oh my god. He is not doing well at all. I'm actually curious. I'm curious what he's playing. Yeah, we just have Become Immense for the win. And we're gonna get the Goblin Guide too. Like, part of the reason we're gonna play Goblin Guide here is just to get that extra card in, so we could probably like up our ante. Oh, we're in combat. When did we go to combat? Okay, whatever. I wanted to play Goblin Guide to take an extra peek at his deck, get a card off top. I didn't think I clicked through to combat, but sure, we'll take it. He's obviously gonna block the tooth. God, surprised he didn't block Vengeful there. And then Vengeful kills you. So the good news is we won. The bad news is I'm not quite sure what we're playing. I'm assuming it's some sort of Storm variant. And if we're playing against a Storm variant, like Blood Moon is useless, Grudge is... He probably has 4 of those artifacts in his deck, but I don't know if it's worth bringing Grudge in for. I guess he would use, like, we would bring in a Bolt against Storm. Maybe take the Grudges in. I really want to see if Past in Flames before I bring in Leyline. Stop that. Looks like bad Mono Red Storm. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. So we probably should bring in Leyline. I think you're right. So we're gonna bring the Leyline. The thing is, if he gets Leyline in hand, then it feels really bad. So it's kind of something you don't want to bring in too often. We're not gonna bring in our Blood Moons. We didn't even see a creature in that matchup, so I think it's safe to take out a couple bolts. And then maybe 1 bolt for 1 Ancient Grudge. Like that. He says he's playing a very silly deck. I'm gonna ask him for the list afterwards, just so I can like know what we're playing against. If he doesn't have Past in Flames, he probably just loses as a Storm player regardless. You're probably right. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. If we see more of those artifacts, then we're gonna bring in Grudge. Sweet. He actually agreed to send me the list afterwards, so we can look for it. I gotta tell him we're recording and that he can probably just comment it on the YouTube video afterwards. It'll be on YouTube afterwards. Username Optimal Hunter. Anyway, this hand is actually really freaking good. It's not like super combo, but it's gonna get us there. Yeah, so if you guys like what you're seeing, oh, he has Faithless Looting. Oh boy. This is... What is this deck? There's the Past in Flames we were looking for. The Past in Flames and Reforge the Soul. What are we playing against? I mean, this turn we just go 9-8 pass. This must be a really bad Storm deck. Really budget Storm deck. Super budget. Token Storm would actually be really interesting. But like Reforge the Soul? I should actually be careful that Reforge the Soul, because he could very well just get it and use it on me. Metamorphose. I'm just gonna yield. I have no interaction right now. Is it? I haven't actually played Token Storm. Like Ritual. So up to 3 red mana now. Goblin Lore. Discarded Bedlam Reveler and Grape Shot. So he's playing a Storm deck. Confirmed Storm. Simian Spirit Guide he exiled for mana. Faithless Looting Flashback. Storm count 6. So now the question is, if we have to go to game 3, I guess we're not going to go to game 3 right now, but if we do have to go to game 3, do we just straight up mulligan aggressively for the actually, what do I like more? Okay, more important question. Do we use Gather the Pack now or Reckless Bushwhacker? I think we go Gather the Pack. Because beating them down for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now doesn't kill them. But if we Gather the Pack and put a couple... and put like a... what am I talking about? If we get a Vengeful in the graveyard off Gather the Pack, then next turn we have Lethal with Bushwhacker. Or close to it. I think we go with the Gather the Pack. And we get another Reckless Bushwhacker, which feels a little bit bad. But that's okay. We're going to work through this. And everything will be okay. So yeah, anyway, less pressing question. How aggressively do you think we mulligan for our Leyline? Because I feel Leyline is like really good against his deck, obviously with the Past in Flames. But to the same extent, we don't want to mulligan ourselves out of the game just looking for a Leyline. And it's like, oh, well, now we're on 2 cards in hand, and our opponent is just going to win. We're not going to do anything, so we're just going to yield. become immense. That means... Wish my draws were better. I think I need to take this one back to the drawing board. I don't know, man. You can't say you're having bad draws and then say the deck is awful. I mean, maybe you need to fix up your numbers a little bit, but you probably still have a decent thing going. Let's go. I'm so tempted. It's such a big temptation, but I think we just gotta go Goblin Guide into Bushwhacker. Let's fetch. And we don't have 2 green sources yet, so we're gonna shock. Although the shock gets him closer in the storm. Although his storm hand is looking. Even if he pass in flames, no, he can't do that. We're gonna shock. He's very far away from storming off. I would like to play 2 life, yes. First thing is just Goblin Guy. Can't forget that, or else our surge is really messed up. Yeah, if you're looking for good games with the Reckless Bushwhacker, I think I have 1 or 2 on my, I think I have 1 or 2 on the YouTube channel. I just guide and gather. Well, the thing about guide and gather is that if I really need to hit another mana to be able to hit gather Bushwhacker next turn. Or no, yeah, you're right. I probably could have drawn a 1 mana guy off top. But I'm kind of like, I don't really want to wait for the explosive play too much and just lose the opportunity to win the game. Because I've done that before, where it's like, I want that explosive play, and he wanted to look good, especially on stream. Like, I love having like 100, 200, 300 people in here. That'd be awesome. Pyromancer's Ascension. Sure. You're down to like 10 opponents, so a little less than that, 9. Alright, opponent, please don't kill us. You're drawing a Pyromancer's Pyromancer's Ascension for that turn. Just don't kill us. He keeps casting that Simian Spirit guy. I feel almost bad for the guy. And we just have the Become Immense again. Untap. I think we gather for fun. Just because we know we're gonna win it. We just had the Neonate, that's it. I'll just say put the Neonate in the bin. I think he's hardcasting the monkeys just so he has a blocker to keep himself out of lethal range. That would be the only reason I would see to cast a Simian Spirit guy to that point. This is a really fun deck. Like I like the idea of his deck. I think I want to see it through a little bit more. We're gonna go to combat? Yeah. Goblin Guide, what's it gonna reveal? Metamorphose. He's gonna block, we're gonna become immense, and it's gonna be awkward. Awkward as in we're gonna win. Fnegui, you're back, with a different color. Yeah, no, he's hardcasting the. Yeah, I already explained why he's hardcasting money. He said, "I'm assuming I'm dead." Good game. Yeah, that was a good game. Good game, man. I like the deck idea. If I have any ideas, I'll let you know after seeing the list. Yes, you are very dead. Well, we got one. We are 1 for 3 right now. Let's go 3 for 5. Let's do. We'll have 2 more wins. We can do this. I wonder what the score of the Leafs game is right now. I'm a Maple Leafs fan, by the way, for those of you who don't know me. Let's take a look. We're gonna start that league match. Still 3-0, although they're getting slaughtered in shots. Oh well. Back to the Twitch. You prefer Yu-Gi-Oh? That's fine. Everyone has their choices. How long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh? We have found a match. Oh look, the Leafs just scored. One of my friends who hates the Leafs is talking to me. She's like, Leafs suck, but they scored, but they suck. Yeah, I never really played. I mean, I played it as a kid. Like you don't know what you're doing with the cards, but 4 roses is mulligan to 6 cards. What do we do? We don't really like this hand that much. No, we don't. We were going to join our friend in a mulligan. That's definitely going to be a mulligan. Oh, we should have kept the first one. Sure. Let's keep this. Oh. You go to terms with this, maybe play strip rules. Okay, that seems like a really weird thing to ask a little young person to do. Put on the bottom. We don't need a bolt right now. We need a miracle. And he starts off with a ley line of sanctity. Actually, that doesn't help him very much. It just makes me glad that we got rid of it real quick. Seachrome Coast. Sure. I have actually no place. The draw is a stomping ground, so that's good. We're gonna Faithless Looting right away because we just need to see more cards. And I think now seeing that, we discard the other Faithless Looting, because when we discard the other Faithless Looting, next turn we can gather the pack and get 2 creature cards in our hand. Or do we discard the Street Wraith and need to add a Hazard to the deck, so mulling to 4 as well? Dude, Hazard would be perfect in this deck. I mean, you get to discard your Vengeful too for 3 mana. So good. We definitely discard one of the lands. And I feel like we just discard Street Wraith instead of cycling it. We see 1 less card, but we also don't pay 2 life. And we get to keep the Gather the Pack and the Faithless Looting, which can... Nah, we discard the Faithless Looting. I don't mind. And then maybe we'll get a hollowed one off top. That's a Goblin guy. That's not a hollowed one. He suspended a Lotus Bloom too. What is... Oh, my buddy was telling me about this deck. I think this is the one he was talking about too. It's what is he saying about it? Let me check. We drew another land because that's what we're best at doing. We're gonna shock. Mono white enchantment deck. It's a mono white enchantment deck that uses Axis of Mortality and the epic card to just pull out. Oh, sure. Now we get the hollowed one. We can actually. Oh, 2 creatures. Yeah. What do we want? Both of these? I think so. I think we want both of these. And next turn we cycle Street Wraith and cast hollowed one, just for something. Anyway, knowing what deck this is, it might actually be a natural counter. Basically, uses Axis of Immortality. And, sorry, 1 second. I'm just pulling up what my buddy was saying. And during I deal with Axis of Mortality. That might be what this is. But yeah, whatever my opponent is on, I'm definitely losing this game. Pretty much, right now, we just get to, like, see what our opponent's playing with sideboard accordingly. Because we're not planning on winning this one. Unless he is playing, like, one of the epic decks where he just, like, pulls enchantments out of his bin. But I'm not counting on that. Oh. Burning Tree Emissary isn't awful. Let's fetch and shock. I don't think this guy's going to be playing anything that's going to just burn us out. So we're going to fetch shock. We're going to pay 2 life. We're going to pay 2 life for Street Wraith. Become Immense is actually a really interesting card here. Do we want a Burning Tree Emissary into the Goblin Guide first? Actually, what am I doing? We Faithless Looting and then we just cast our Hollow One for free. We discard the Mountain. We discard the. I think we should discard both those cards because a Burning Tree Emissary gives us a really good out. And now we just cast Hollowed One. Sure, he's got a Lotus Bloom now. It must be that freaking. Oh, we're lagging. We're lagging hard. So the Leafs are crushing it. It is our turn again. Oh, we couldn't have drawn that Hollow One last turn. Okay. Let's just see more cards here. I really just like the game plan of seeing more cards. Especially when we mulligan so hard, we like taking all these cards in really helps us mitigate that. We keep the land so we can cast the Hollowed One. And then, yeah, we just get rid of the Neonate again. Neonate. And the Goblin Guide, I guess. Play. Crack the fetch land. Hope it doesn't have an Aven Mind Sensor. Although, spending an Aven Mind Sensor on that seems a little bit much. We're actually almost out of fetchable lands, so we really have to watch that. Cast a second Hollowed One. Go to combat. Yeah, he must be on that list. So basically, it plays the white epic card, where you get to search your library for an enchantment card put on the battlefield. You can't cast any more spells this game. And then what you do is you just search for Axis of Immortality, the one where you can switch life totals from the new set. See an unlife, you can't die. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, when you're below 0 life, you just switch your life total with them. I guess we're gonna find out. Ad nauseum. Sure. I actually haven't put an Ad nauseum deck in any. I mean, I guess we get to know his whole deck, which is a bonus. Seeming Spirit Guide. Seachrome Coast. Lightning Storm. um. Yeah. Nothing I can do about that, so. Okay. We mulled to 4, and we got 2 4/4s on the battlefield, and our opponent was left at negative 48 life. So I think we did okay. Let's let's go to the sideboard. Does Blood Moon just wreck his whole strategy? He did have plains and swamps in there. I think we really just have to kill them quick, so I think we bring in the extra bolt. Yeah, this match is going to be about just getting in there quick. I don't really care for Blood Moon. Ideally, we kill him before Blood Moon is relevant. Yeah, I mean, even that extra bolt, it feels kind of bad. We just ship it back. That's all we can really do. He's a combo. We're a quick combo deck. You could make the argument for Ancient Grudge, but whatever. Just making sure we're not lagged out or anything. I would like to play first. Yes, please. This hand is actually not bad. We're gonna keep it. He has stops on our upkeep, which is really weird. I think here we just go guide and attack. Get on the get quick plan. Get in. Holy day. Sure. Sleight of hand. Yeah, looting would make this hand great. Another goblin guy does not make it that great. Tempted to cycle just to see if we can get one. But if we cycle and we don't get one, then Hollow One's just a dead card in our hands. Yeah, I guess he is playing Fog, eh? That's not what we wanted. But it is another land. Gotta remember to fetch shock before I do these things. So we're gonna go with a triple Goblin Guide plan and just beat face. That Holy Day is probably a one-of just to stop him. Stop us, sorry. Well, he has 2 lands in his hand now, so he's gonna be able to do something. Plays the Temple Scries. Yeah, I can see the Fog as a one-of. I mean, he has the Angel's Grace anyway, so... Whatever. His deck, not mine. Put a card on top, that's not good news. Actually, some people just top deck or put lands on top against burn so they can get them out of the way. Which I find is silly. Because if you have 2 lands on top of your library, you just gave yourself 2 lands instead of a land in an unknown. The Vengeful that we can't discard. Cycle Hollowed One. And do a Neonate. Give me the Neonate. Or I guess the Faithless Looting works too. Faithless Looting definitely works. Yes, I would like to pay 2 life. Yes, I'd like to cast Faithless Looting. There's a Neonate that I wanted. Funny. There and there. Keep the Neonate, hope we top deck a creature next turn. pretty much exactly what I expected. The good news is they haven't ramped any mana yet. They're still playing fair magic. I'd like to think he has a second holy day. Oh, this is my... Oh. I mean... I guess we do this and hope we draw a creature. Discard Vengeful, draw a card. That's kind of like drawing a creature. Except not really. I guess we have 2 creatures for next turn. Or we have 1 creature for next turn. And we put the Team of Battle Rage in our graveyard, which feels awful. He has 3 Phyrexian on lives. Well, no, he has 1 Phyrexian on life 3 times, which is much more accurate. I wonder if we just would have won there. I wonder if he kept up the fog or not. Now we just place Phyrexian on life. Yep. I probably should have brought in some enchantment hate, but that's okay. We just go for another Gather the Pack. So this gets us actually him to exactly 0. So he starts taking infect damage right away. So this is good. We really don't need to go above this much damage. It's another Phyrexian on life on top, that's funny. So he's gonna reduce himself to 1 life. So he gets the extra turn with Phyrexian on life. And I bet you next turn he gets Ad Nauseam. Which means this turn we just go Gather the Pack. So we can set up something for next turn. Like Insolent Neonate into Reckless Bushwhacker into winning. We could just take the hollow one for fun. I don't see any reason not to. It gives us a cycle in this case. And then next turn we can actually just swing in for lethal. Oh no, we can't. It gives him an extra turn. And the good news is we know he's not drawing anything useful. Yeah, we're just going to yield until end of turn. See, this is where like a bolt would be useful. There's really no need. As long as he has the Phyrexian on life, we don't need to deal damage right now. Plains. City of Brass. Hey guys, I found his land for him. Oh, there's an opt, okay. Now he goes down to 0. Nope, Nether Angel's Grace, sure. That's 2 out of his 4. So now we try... Oh, Burning Tree, I'm very sweet. So now we just go... Next turn we go Burning Tree into... Actually... I really want to see if we can draw Bolt here to bolt him on his turn. Because if we're able to bolt him, so we need... I want the Neonate so I can be able to draw. Just card Goblin Guide, and Become Immense is now useless. Like, completely useless. Because all of our creatures are going to get in for the appropriate damage anyway. Neonates. I think we just card a hollowed one to Neonate, which feels really awkward. But we need that bolt. If we can bolt him, that's not what we want to do. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want a hollowed one. I may as well take him back. We're playing combat damage in a deck that's centered all around stopping combat damage. Nice. Not really. Alright, well, I mean... Peer through the depths, sure. I'm just gonna yield, I have nothing to do. What's this? More lag. Nice. Okay. Sure. This guy knows how this deck works. We just keep getting our Vengeful back. Okay, so wait a minute. Look what we're about to do. We're gonna get our Vengeful back. He's gonna cast Angel's Grace. Just click through everything because we want to use this ability 18 times. Actually, we use it like a couple times and we just killed them. But this might be the most Vengeful I've ever triggered in a match. In a game, sorry. An awkward moment where we're swinging for like 20 and we're not killing our opponent. 20 in one turn. Oh, thought I clicked OK there. We have him into the negatives. Okay. I was just thinking that, not me. Like, I mean, it's a decent deck, sure, but when you're playing like a creature-based aggro deck, and he's playing, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. You can't. I can't take damage. This is really annoying. I mean, he still like wins the game with an Angel's Grace and ad nauseum. Okay. Yeah, that was really annoying. Poison counters. Because it's not dealing damage, he's just losing life. He's just gonna lose life all the way down to like negative 100, and it's not gonna matter. Yeah, that was really annoying. It's like we felt like we were just like that far off killing him each turn. Each turn is like, oh no, no, I got the card. Oh no, no, I got the card again. Really? Stop that. Stop having the card. Yeah, we're he has all the cards he needs for this. That was oh, that could have gone better. Alright, so we're not gonna get treasure chest. It kind of sucks. But you know, we're gonna win this last match. How that was yeah, no, unfortunately, because Ad Nauseam gives him the loss of life, it doesn't ever kill him without on the battlefield. I forgot Ad Nauseam was loss of life, so oh well. Like I said, if we had the bolt where we could have just bolted him on his turn and made him waste one of those Angel's Graces and then get in our combat damage, we would have been okay. Basically what we had to do was like bolt him below 0. Sure, join the match. Show and tell. I like that name. I rolled a 3, he rolled a 5. This actually isn't that bad. This is a pretty good hand. We're gonna keep this one. Yield until end of turn. Alright, let's see what he's on. Stevens. Okay. Storm, maybe? Could this be the second Storm deck we faced tonight? Serum Vision. That also looks like a Storm card, although I guess, we want this. Cycle. Get a better view of cards. I should have fetched first, but we didn't draw a land, so that's okay. Fetch shock, fetch regular, fetch regular. Faithless looting. Oh, we just drew Teamer Battle Rage and Become Immense. So next turn we go guide, attack for 8, and then the turn afterwards we just kill them. I don't think we even need to gather the pack at this point. Yeah. So this might be a quick game. Flooded Strands. He's fetching aggressively up just a little bit. And I'm lagging just a little bit. I bet I can see his flood on the battlefield on the stack at the same time. He is playing Storm. The he just storms off next turn? I hope not. Actually, no, I can't play land this turn. I was thinking Guide into Reckless Bushwhacker would be really good here, but of course it would be really good because it's turn ahead. So we go Guide, we attack with everything. He gets to see some cards. So do we, though. It'll be good to know what he has in hand. Sleight of hand. Doesn't even get cost reducted. Nice. Like, and the beauty of this is if he doesn't block, he is just dead next turn. There you go, Teamer Battle Rage something, become immense, and then he's dead. And then we win. And then we laugh at him. Ha 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 ha. Takes it all down to 6. What a champ. Down to 5. Serum Visions. You gotta tap land that. Oh no, we got the island that time, sorry. Pyretic Ritual, he's going for it. And he conceded. So Storm. Storm. Well, Storm is gonna be very hard pressed to win through a ley line. This is also a match where we bring in Lightning Bolt. We could also consider Feed the Clan for surprise, so he gets Storm up to 22 or something. And then we just go Feed the Clan, you don't kill us, and then he cries. But I have a feeling that's a much weaker play than anything we're going to do. We're going to take it to gather the pack and a couple become immense. Yeah. Yeah, because we still want everything else in here. Submit. Hopefully we just see a ley line in the opener. Yeah, no, I'm definitely on the kill before he combos off, but we still have We bring in Bolt so we can stop him, like slow it down his combo, and we bring in Leyline just to stop the potential of him comboing. That being said, if we could just like TikTok hurry up opponent. This is a dirty hand. Yep, that's a dirty hand. And we don't even need to play Neonate turn 1 because we do it. No, because we can't do it turn 2 because that's the second spell we cast. We're just gonna keep this. This is a pretty good keep. Just a matter of turn 1 Neonate, turn 2 Gather. I should just save your yields for like the match. Stop drawing lands. Don't do that. Normally I don't like turn 1 Neonate, but we have turn 2 Gather the Pack, and that's good enough. I'm assuming he's not going to bowl that. He didn't crack his fetch last turn. That's really weird. Let's see what he does here. Fetch twice. That's funny that he just could have saved himself 2 life if he fetched at the end of my turn. He must have misclicked or something. However, I will not complain about getting 2 life closer to killing him. Maybe he wanted to see the top of his library. Oh, he probably wanted to leave a scry on top is what he wanted to do. 2 life to leave your scry on top, that must be pretty important against a deck that's trying to kill you by turn 2. Electromancer? Sure. That was probably the leave on top, because that's definitely a card that I would pay 2 life to leave on top in that deck. Burning Tree Emissary, into Burning Tree Emissary, into Burning Tree Emissary, into Burning Tree Emissary, into Burning Tree Emissary. What we got here? We have fetch line. We're just trying to thin the deck out right now. This turn we could actually go BTE into BTE into Vengevine into Gather. But then the Gather gets really weird. Yeah. Yes. Because we want to Gather before we Vengevine, so that if we do hit like a Vengevine or 2 off of it, we can put them in the graveyard and get them all back. So I think this turn we're just going to Gather. We're going to slow roll it against Storm, which is really sketchy. But he also mulliganed, so I'm hoping he can keep anything that good. And all we need is like a Reckless Bushwhacker to kill him in 1 turn. Especially if we can discard a Vengevine or 2. We whiffed. Shit. That sucks. That sucks. I don't think I've ever whiffed with that. Okay. We're gonna get in for 1. That sucks. We have like 20 creatures in our deck? Like, more than that? 4 Vengevines, 4 Hollowed Ones, 4 Neonates, 4 Goblin Guides, 4 Burning Tree Emissaries. That's 20 right there. 3 Reckless Bushwhackers. Like 23 creatures? Oh. We're just gonna yield until end of turn. We have nothing left to do. That's astounding. That is astounding. Really, we didn't miss an opportunity there by not just going BT into Vengevine. Well, let's see what he does. There's always the whiff chance. Especially after a mulligan. Is going to be important. This type it has been. Oh, sorry. My bad. There, I just realized my overlay was very off. Oh, look, he's killing us. Yeah, I looked away. Storm has only 13. I mean, he still has a lot of mana left, though. Probably just cast Passive Flames and Grape Shot again. Yeah, double Grape Shot. Alright, nicely played, opponent. Our sideboard isn't gonna change, but I need to fix the overlay here. Somehow I messed it up. Just barely. There we go. Okay, now we can actually see everything. Yeah, I didn't see anything we need to bring. I just need to fix this overlay. Gosh. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I realized my overlay was off like way too late. Alright, well, that's fine for now. I'll fix it later after the game. Oh boy. I'm gonna be on the play. This hand seems half decent. Yeah, seems pretty good. We're gonna keep this one. Because we can go turn 1 land, Faithless Looting, get this card of Vengeful, which is exactly what we're going to do here. We only have 1 land, but we do have 2 Faithless Lootings in our hand. The thing is with the Storm matchup, we can't, there's zero way we can just fumble on lands. If we fumble on lands, we're screwed. Faithless Looting. And we got, hey guys, we did it! 2 Vengeful into the bin, and you can go ahead, opponent. Oh, play that tapped. Please play that tapped. Sweet. Oh, we drew a ley line. That's really awkward. You know what we didn't do? BTE into BTE. Oh, ever tell you guys how much I love this game? I love this game. I love this game so much. I think the only thing keeping me in nut draw is that if one of the BTEs was a what do you call it? Was a reckless bushwhacker instead, then we'd be swinging in for 15 this turn, I think. we're gonna cast Faithless Looting because we gotta get rid of that ley line. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And the Burning Tree Emissary seems a little bit moot right now. And next turn we just have lethal. Burning Tree Emissary. Cycle the Street Wraith, because maybe we'll get that hollow one off top. We gotta gather the pack. Try, yeah. This is as good as I could have hoped for, ever. This turn we attack for 8, next turn we attack for 12. Good game. And we can even win through him getting a creature. Or he just kept a 1-lander? No, there's no way he kept a 1-lander. He's just going to his main phase too. I wonder if he just concedes like on the spot to that. Like, how do you beat this? Apart from like path, how do you beat the start? You can't. There's no way you can beat the start. And I know for sure we have this game right now. Electromancer. Metamorphose. Okay. What is he trying to draw into? I'm presenting him with lethal on board now. It's not even close. Baral? Maybe he has a Baral. No, he conceded. Turn 2 concede. The 2 best words in the English dictionary. Win by forfeit. That's a Simpson quote. Oh, thanks for joining me, guys. Let's go and check exactly why we have 15 cards in our sideboard. I feel we should have 15. And if we don't have 15, then I'm missing something. We get the 40 play points back, so we got half of what we put in. That's okay. I feel we could have ran a little bit better there too. We had a lot of bad runnings. Yeah, we have 14 cards on our sideboard. That's weird. Well, let's fix that. Yeah, so thanks for joining. I played the deck before. I know the deck very well, so there's not much to say in the wrap up other than the fact that we're missing a land. We got really unlucky with a couple of our draws, or like 3 or 5 of them. But that's magic. It happens. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. 100% would play again. I own it in paper, so yeah, I had a great time. Next stream is Sunday. Probably 7:30 is Thanksgiving in Canada, so the time might be different. It's definitely gonna be Sunday. And we have all the bad forests. Next stream is Sunday, for sure, 100%. It's just a little bit matter of when. Hopefully by 7:30. And it's gonna be limited. Probably Ixalan's draft again, unless Wizards comes out with something a little bit better. Yeah. Subscribe if you liked it. You know, so like the YouTube video. It's gonna be up on YouTube. You know, like the page, follow the page, etc. You'll see me when I come online. I'll be your favorite person. You'll get to listen to me talk all the time. And I feel a little bit sorry for you if you're gonna be listening. If that's the highlight of your day is listening to me talk, I feel a little bit sorry for you. No, thanks for coming out. Had a great time. Next week, I don't know what we're doing for Constructed yet. You're welcome to message me ideas. Especially if I can borrow the cards, that'd be fantastic. And I'm not gonna go out and ask for that. Just a little bit of a budget here. Yeah.